What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I know I am, and if you are having a fantastic day, then be sure to press the like button. Otherwise, no joke, no scam. A Visco girl will walk up to you at lunch and smack you with the hydro flask, saying, should have pressed the like button. Yeah, that's right, guys, and I don't make the rules, I just follow them, so I'd press the like button if I were you. Hydro flasks are heavy. Anyways, guys, what's going on? Today I have a story for you guys that involves a kid smashing his own phone to try to impress some people, and I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret, okay? Pay close attention. If you want people to think you're cool, destroying expensive things you have probably isn't the good way to do it, you know? No one's ever like, ugh, you know what would be just so sick, bro? Like, what would be the sickest thing ever? If, like, someone bought something sick and then just broke it in front of me to show me how poor I am. That would make me want to be their boy. But apparently some kids out there just, you know, they missed that memo. They missed that part of the friend class. Friend class, man. I need a friend class because I don't have any friends. Other than that, guys, it should be a fun video. So, yeah, let's get into it. But before we do, you know what time it is. You guys should, go get merch. Yeah, woohoo. Yay, get it. Ooh, no joke, no scam. Ooh. Anyways, guys, when I was a sophomore in high school, we had this new kid who, like, came into our class. And, obviously, there's this awkward thing whenever a new kid shows up where the teacher's like, all right, class, we have a very special guest for today's class. Go ahead and introduce yourself. And they have to, like, stand up and introduce themselves. And most new kids, you know, you can tell that they're nervous and you feel bad for them. Like, you couldn't imagine how awkward this has to be when you have to get up and say a sentence about yourself that describes you, you know? Like, that's weird. And usually kids get up and they're like, oh, hey, I'm Mark. I like to play video games and football. And I'm happy to be here. Yeah. And they sit down. Like, it's just some basic explanation of, you know, the one thing that's, like, defining their personality most of all, you know? Mine would be loser who talks to video game content. You know, like, just whatever the most important thing about you is, you know? Anyways, this kid walks in, and I immediately, like, just from the look of him, I don't like him, all right? I know they say never judge a book by its cover, and that's probably a good motto to live by, but at the time, you know, You can kind of tell what somebody's going to be like just by, like, their attitude. Not anything he was wearing or, like, but just the attitude he had. He had this smirk on his face that was just like, yes, these simpletons sitting in my class simply will not do. I will need to replace them with something of a higher quality. Like, he just had this snobbish look on his face. And, you know, I'm pretty good at reading people because the first things out of his mouth aren't, hi, I'm Jason. I really like video games. It's, hi, I'm Eric, and your dads probably have worked for my dad at some point because he's kind of important in this town. And, like, basically, you know, that's the opening. That's a bad opening, dude. I'm just saying. Couple critiques I have of your opening, lad. Don't take it personally. Constructive criticism, you know, that's all it is. Saying that your dad somehow is in control of how we view you because our dads have worked for him is weird. And you didn't even say work for your dad. You said have worked for my dad. Like, does your dad buy stuff from around town? Like, does your dad build stuff and, like, buy concrete? Like, that's pretty normal. I guess technically, sure, everyone's worked for your dad. Also, why would I care if your dad's important around town, bro? I'm just trying to, like, pass this class right now and you're in here, I'm important around town. Well, that's good for you, bro. I'm really happy that, you know, all the boomers around here who still care or think you're real important. It's just this attitude, dude. Nobody wants to be friends with the kid who acts like he's a snob. But sure enough, you know, he comes in, he sits in the class, and everybody's kind of just silent. Nobody's like, yo, dude, what's up? What's up, bro? What's up, bruh? Anyways, there's a seat, and of course, right after this, the teacher goes on to explain that we're going to be working in groups today, and who else do I get in a group in but the lovely new kid? And, like I said, I knew me and him just weren't going to get along right away, you know? I don't really enjoy acting like I'm better than people. I don't know. I feel like no matter what your situation is, we're all just kind of vibing out. That sounded really hippie, but I hope you guys know what I mean. Anyways, I digress. So we get into our group and we're just chilling there and everybody's having a nice conversation because I knew the other people. There were 2 other people in our group and then the kid who was new. So he walks over to us and sets his bags down and he just kind of looks at us and he goes, hi. We say, hey, and I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't want to just, like, be mean, so I'm just trying to be chill. I'm like, hey, how you like the school so far? You know, how's it going? And he's like, ooh, sorry, but I don't think I want to be friends with anyone from your group. And when he says your, he, like, waves his hand at me dismissively, and I go, oh, why not? And he's like, because, you know, you guys just aren't really my group. So you guys can do the worksheet, and I'll help when I can, but like I don't want to conversate. I don't want to interact with you guys outside of just getting the work done. Oh, you don't want to conversate with me outside of getting the work done, dude. I didn't ask like if I could have your social security number. I didn't ask if I could go work for your dad. I asked if you liked our new school. Like I didn't realize that was the question. Oh. Whoa, I have an image to uphold. I can't answer a basic question from just anybody around these parts. Goodness gracious. Do you want me to disgrace my family talking to a peasant, a simpleton, someone of the lower class beneath me? Like, just a really douchey thing. So I looked at the other two people, and we all just kind of roll our eyes and start doing the worksheet, We're like, oh, okay. So obviously, the kid eventually kind of gets over the silence. Either that or he just really likes to hear himself talk, because apparently the whole not talking to us thing wasn't going to last. And I do think it's because this kid just loved the sound of his own voice so much. So he starts telling us all about how he spent last summer in Europe on the beach and how they had taken a private jet, like telling us all this stuff about, oh, my dad's so rich, we get to do all this cool stuff. And we're all, like, yo, dude, that sounds dope. I'm summer in Europe sounds sick. I'm not even going to lie. But we weren't really impressed. Like, none of us started being nicer to him. We just kept doing the worksheet and going about our business as normal as possible. And I think this kid was used to people, like wanting to hear all these stories and hear more about like how sick he is. But, as someone from a lower social class, I couldn't possibly understand the hardships that this kid has gone through. I mean, I was kind of ignoring him to piss him off. I could tell it bothered him that none of us were impressed. And if you were cool, I probably would ask you questions about Europe because that's interesting. But, when you're kind of a jerk, I don't want to hear about it. So we're all just kind of ignoring him, and I can tell it's bothering him. Like, he starts to, try to flex things harder about, like, how his pool has a water slide. We're like, yo, that's dope, bro. Congrats. Like, we're just kind of just ignoring him, and it's pissing him off. He wants us to, be fascinated with him. Like, he wants us to want him to be our friend so he can reject us, It's not cool if, like, we don't care if he likes us or not, So he starts trying super hard, like I said, pulling up all the stops, flexing everything. And we get to this part on the worksheet, and it's kind of like, oh, so you need to time how long something, yada, 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 how long something takes, right? So one of the people at the table, one of the other two people, and I don't know these other two very well, but we had kind of just come to the agreement that we were going to just not let this kid impress us at all, pulls out his phone to get the stopwatch. And he had an older phone, so it's like, at this time, I think he had an iPhone 4 and the iPhone 7 was new. Yes, I'm kind of a boomer. I understand. You are more than welcome to write in the comments below. Oh my god, you're so old! Anyways, I'm sitting here with Rich Douche Canoe, another kid, and someone who just whipped out a dinosaur-aged phone. And he's like, all right, I'll use my timer. And the rich kid like scoffs at him and goes, that's your phone? I had that when it was new. I have this now. And he pulls out his new iPhone 7 Plus. He's like, it's the max model, blah, blah, blah. Starts flexing it. And we're like, nice, man. Good for you. And he's like, oh, I don't even care about it. Like, this doesn't even mean anything to me. I'll break it right now. Like, I don't even care. And we're like, oh, why would you break your phone? He's like, yeah, because my dad's loaded. Like, he'll get me another one. Like, I don't even care. And we're just, cool, dude. Good for you. I'm glad your dad will buy you a new phone. That's sick. Can we, finish this now? Like, can we just time what we need to time and get the worksheet done? He's like, oh, you don't believe me? Like, you don't believe that I don't care about my phone? We're like, nope, nobody said that. We just don't care. We don't care if you don't care about your phone. That doesn't mean anything to me. And he's like, no, I really don't. Like, I'll break it right now. And we're like, why would you break your phone? He goes, yeah, look. And he gets up, he puts his phone on the desk, and he like walks over to the front of the class and picks up this thing that our teacher had on this desk. And it's like this big metal like paperweight, and it's literally like a fist. It's just a big metal fist that he had to like weigh down papers. It's a paperweight. And he walks back and he goes, look, and he takes this fist and he just smacks his phone and the screen cracks. He's like, I don't even care. And he just keeps hitting it, and everybody's looking at him now like, what are you doing? And the teacher's like, what are you doing? He goes, yeah, whatever, like, I'll get a new one tomorrow. And everyone's just staring at him, and he's like, yeah, pretty cool, huh? And I look at him and I'm like, dude, that was really douchey. And he's like, what do you mean douchey? I said, a lot of people would have liked that phone. It was brand new. Why? What was the point of breaking it? You expect me to respect you if you just like treat things that you have like garbage all the time? Like, aw, sick, dude. You broke a brand new phone in front of a kid whose parents can't afford one. awesome. That's so dope. And he starts trying to explain. He's like, oh no, but like my dad. And I'm like, yeah, it's cool. Your dad's gonna buy you a new one, dude. It's just no one cares. Like, you're not. Is your personality attached to the fact that you can break your phone? Like, that's all you have to offer as a person? You have nothing else? You can't have a conversation. You can't bond over, like, the fact that you both like baseball. The only thing you can do to make people like you is break expensive stuff. And he's just sitting there, like, mouth open. He's like, you're not impressed? No, I'm not. And everybody else is, like, just kind of staring at him. And then the kid with the iPhone 4 goes, yo, I have this phone because, like, my parents can't afford a new one, dude. Like, I don't like having this phone any more than you think I do. That was just kind of douchey. Like, way to prove it. Oh, you got me, man. Sick. In his response, he gets all snooty and defensive. He's like, well, I'm not going to be your guys' friend if you act this way. And we're like, we don't want you to be our friend, dude. We don't. If that's how you're going to act, like, if this is the type of person you are, yeah, good. Don't be our friend then. And he's just flabbergasted. And then class ends, right? And we leave, and the kid doesn't have a phone. Like, wait, what was that supposed to do, dude? Now for the rest of the day, congrats, you don't have a phone. You just smashed your phone to prove nothing. We still don't want to be your friends. And even then, let's say your dad is rich. If I was rich and my son said, yeah, I shattered my phone to try to impress these kids and they weren't impressed, I would say, wow, those are smart kids. That sucks. Here's your old iPhone 4. Have fun using it. Sadly, though, homeboy was right. His dad apparently liked him enough to, get him a new phone. But, yeah, I witnessed a kid shatter his brand new iPhone with a paperweight to try to prove to us that he was super cool. Didn't work that well, backfired. The kid was not immensely popular. Yeah, word got around pretty quick that he made himself look like a gigantic Douchosaurus Rex, and he didn't really have that, like, same reputation as being loved by everybody. He did fit in really well with a couple kids, though, because there were a lot of people that shared that mentality, sadly. But, yeah, moral of the story is don't smash your phone because it'll probably backfire and people won't think you're cool. On that note, though, guys, that's going to do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to press the like button. Be sure to comment down below. And, yeah, you guys are all incredible. Today's notification shout out goes to the one, the only, fantastic Frankie Marino 091. Big thank you for having on notifications. If you want a notification shout out, turn on noties. Send me a screenshot to my Instagram at Scrubby. And, yeah, use code Scrubby at the G Fuel checkout. I hope you guys have a good one. Don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot. And hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Peace. All right, let me get my sword. I have an iPhone to break, okay? It's not going to break itself. We need to smash it as fast as humanly possible. Just go for it. Don't even question it.